for this. I haven't worn makeup in forever.
Okay, we're going to be going live. And we are officially live.
Okay. I'm
So,
gonna.
oh, it actually now
I'm.
has a chat section for us.
Oh.
I know.
Okay.
I'm not.
Um. I don't see it on my page.
So, I am seeing. By the way, welcome everyone who's here. I know,
Yes.
Miranda, you're
Welcome.
already in the audience. Oh, look, there's a couple people.
Nice. We're
Um,
trying to figure out if it's on my page or just the event, which is fine either way. But
Welcome, Miranda. Welcome, Capri. Glad to have you here. Um,
hello, hello.
we're going to take just a couple minutes because Facebook, every time we do this, has changed the interface and we have to relearn what we're doing. Um, but otherwise,
Oh, I see it in the event. I see it's in the event. This is
okay.
cool.
So you're good.
I think so, but I don't see me on my page.
Well, you can always share the event back into your page and say we're here now.
Oh, so like, hold on. Let me see. It says view.
Um,
Oh, that's just my page. Hmm. Dang it, Facebook.
I, I hate it. I hate it. I
Gives
hate it.
you a way of doing it. Videos from this event.
So Capri is saying it's popped up in the event. So they are viewing right now in the event
Okay,
itself.
okay. Well, and I am seeing the event, but it is time delayed, so that's fun and new.
I can't. Of all the weird things, it's up on my screen right now. I can see myself. I can't look at me because then I see my mouth moving,
And it's weird.
and it's weird. You would think that we hadn't done a podcast for 2 years.
I know. Well, it's been a while.
Oh,
Oh no,
Capri, that would
Capri,
be
it's totally
wonderful.
fine. Oh, okay.
I,
Don't listen to me.
I'm gonna take I'm gonna take community help if we can get it. So we'll start in just a minute. So I'm just gonna let's skip over to the fun page, which still has a typo on it. I apologize.
What's the fun page? Oh,
The about you.
Miranda says she didn't see it on my page.
Okay.
Capri, come back.
Oh, I wonder if in I don't even know anymore. This is why we actually drink. It's not because we're playing drinking games. It's because this is complicated.
It is complicated. All right. Hi, Jennifer. I am going to get my monster. I am my sexy monster.
And by monster we mean
I had a video on TikTok last week. I thought it's going to go viral. Like in a matter of like 4 hours, I had 15,000 views, over 1,000 likes. It was like the most successful TikTok video I'd ever made. And it got taken down for community guidelines violations
so
because it's the clip from Bram Stoker's Dracula of like Lucy in the garden. And apparently some pearl clutchers didn't really like it. So they reported me.
so you need to start pitching your books as too spicy for TikTok.
I posted an edited version of it today, which let me tell you that entire scene is smut. Like there's no real way to edit it, but I found a screenshot that it's from a publication. So they actually had to blur out the nudity. So I was like, all right, this is perfect. And I put the screenshot on my computer and I did do too spicy for TikTok or the clock app as we call it. But do you still want a book like this? And it's looking good. I mean, they haven't come after me yet, so that's something.
Yet. They're gonna wait till it takes off, then take it down, of course.
Yeah, exactly. Until like, yeah, my
Um,
heart was broken. I'm telling you.
okay, so what are we doing tonight? If you've been here before for Stocks and Shots, basically what this is I have been contracted as cover villain to design the next four books in Trish Heinrich's monster series, monster romance series. It is full of steam. It is full of monster goodness, and this particular monsters we're going to be focusing on are going to be. Do we technically call them werewolves, or we just man wolves?
Yes,
Okay, werewolves.
they're werewolves. Yeah.
Okay. And this is going to be in a spin-off series from her Monsters and Artifacts. And
Mhm.
I'll drop some links where you can find all that smutty goodness. Um, but we did the oh, by the way, as to interrupt this abruptly, congratulations on winning the shout out cover.
Oh, thank you. I was excited and then
Horrified.
I forgot about it because yeah, kind of a little bit. Oh, first, Capri. We can call them furries if you want. If that's what you really want to call them, that's fine. Um, I have it's fine with me. But I do want to say the cover that won was one that you designed. It was my gargoyles cover, and I remember what you went through to get that cover right,
Oh Lord.
and it was a lot.
Saucy Minaj. Um,
Yes. I am so pleased it won. I really am.
so hopefully we'll get some more up there. So what we're going to be doing tonight is there is a request. There are four books coming out, and this is going to be in the McDonald Brothers series, which is a spinoff. And all four of the brothers are werewolves. And so what we're going to be doing is we're going to be looking at cover models. And I'm making this sound like it's super official when really it's just a reason to look at abs. Um, so what this is really just going to be is we're going to go through some cover models. We have 20 of them, which is a lot. I know we're going to kind of speed through some of them, but because it's for four books. So if we can get two or three awesome models, then we are up in the game and ready to go. But it's also a way we're kind of curious to see what you guys are interested in, and what's your whistle. I think I can say that. Um,
I don't think the Zuck will mind. I hope not.
um, research. It is
Yes,
valuable market research. Uh,
it
you are
is. It
you are
is.
part of a essential. Uh, what is it called? A focus group.
Yes.
This is purely scientific. All right, so here's what we're going to be doing. We're going to play a little bit of a game. For those who are new to Stock and Shots, here are the actual the rules that we have. Um, I'm going to present a stock image, and they've been cropped roughly to the look that we're going to go for on the cover. Trish and I have already had a little bit of a meeting where I took actual notes.
Oh my
Um,
God.
I know, I feel so adult. We're going to change that very shortly. Um, and I prepped all the models. So what's going to happen is we're going to make a decision. We're each going to decide, are we going to say yes to this model or no to this model? If I guess correctly, Trish has to take a drink.
So
If
I'm actually texting my husband right now to make me a drink because I don't have one.
see, audience participation, he's part of the focus group.
I know.
Um, and if I am wrong, which, mind you, I am often wrong, I may have brought some libations to this business event. So we're going to do that. And then, of course, we might also have to have some conversation around boxers or briefs. But, let's keep this professional. Um, I normally do include intentional bad stock photos just so I can get the other person drunk. And I will say I selected some that I don't think will work, but I don't know. Trish is a little bit of a freak. So I'm let's call it what it is. Um,
If the werewolves didn't tip you off, the gargoyles should have.
And then the orc
and the
just
alien
reinforced it.
coming up. The orc coming up in the spring, and the alien coming up in the fall.
Yeah, I've read some of her excerpts. Freaky is the right word. Um,
Freaky.
so
And if you're on my newsletter, you get a smutty short every month that's even freakier. So I just want to throw that out there.
all right, so audience, you're gonna be taking shots with me. If
Have
so,
fun.
you better hope I get them all right, or we're all gonna be a little bit drunk, and I might just get them all wrong just to have a drunk audience. Um. Oh, this should be a game on Tinder. I mean, isn't this really? We're just basically swiping left or right with Tinder, except
We kind of are.
with stock
Yes.
models.
With
Um,
Hello, Irene.
welcome to the party, Irene. Get ready because the first one out of the gate is it is I guess let's just do it. You ready?
Okay. Yes. Dan hasn't brought me my wine yet, but it's coming, I think.
You're going to be in a drink deficit by the time we get through this.
I probably am. I'm going to have to take a lot all at the same time. It's a blackout.
Capri, I only have half a fifth, so actually, I haven't drank in so long that that might actually be more than enough. Yes, yes.
It's not yet. It's going to take much.
It's a work event. All right. So first one up. And just so everyone's aware, this is what the rough crop is going to look like. It is going to be cropped accordingly for a book cover, but we are mostly going to be chopping them off around the neck to the chin. So it's going to be mostly torso to a little bit of the waist area. And maybe a little bit more depending
Thank
on what's that.
you. He got me my wine
Uh,
in my wife, mom, witch glass.
bravo. That's a good man right there.
It is.
All right. So, and just so everyone's aware, I apologize. These are from, yeah, Capri, you actually brought it up. I had to leave
Yeah.
the watermarks on because we haven't purchased these yet. And I do like to give props to the photographers of the stuff that we're using for this. So if you are interested in any of these particular men, for whatever reason you want to gawk and enjoy them, the websites are right there that you can find. Oh,
It is covering up the important package bits. Absolutely. But on the cover, to be clear, we won't see the package bits
it,
because
it'll it'll fade into the ether, into the nethers.
yes. Yes.
All right, so let's try our first round. Let's. This one's going to be a freebie round. Take a shot if you want. Let's see if we can do this. So the
Okay,
question,
so it's go ahead.
it's going to be you and I. We're going to write down: is this model going to be a potential yes or a no? If I answer your answer, you drink. If I'm wrong, I drink.
So do we write it down and then we show you?
I,
Like I show you?
I trust you not to get me blackout drunk. I don't trust you at all, but it only works if both of us are drinking. This is equal opportunity.
This is true. This is
Okay.
true. Okay.
So, do you have your answer?
I do. I do.
All right. Audience, I hope you have your answer. I'm going to vote no.
I was going to say yes.
Ah, really?
Because I really, well, I obviously I don't like his arms, but we're not really going to, I mean, I don't know what you would do with that, but I really kind of like the hair hanging down there.
Oh, okay. Because
And I mean, he's nicely chiseled without looking like he's like
a gym bunny.
veiny. Yeah.
I personally, and this is just a me thing, uh, the area, I don't even know what the muscle's called, under the armpit where it goes
Oh,
out It
It is bulgy, isn't it?
what creates the triangle? That for me is always the
Okay.
moment. Um,
No, I can see that now. I can see that. No, that is bulgy and weird.
all right, so you're gonna say yes on that one. I said no. That means bottoms up.
I'm so sorry.
By the way, I'm also drinking straight vodka.
Oh my God. Get yourself some seltzer water or some lime at least.
Well, it's sour apple vodka, so let's not get too crazy.
Oh, okay.
All
Well,
right,
it's not
let's
like
let's check out the next one.
okay.
All right. Um, so I will admit, as I got these, Capri, by the end of this, you're going to hear me slightly slur. So, actually, hold on. It's already warm.
Well, I am gonna take a drink because otherwise I think this is gonna get really warm.
You all have to guess which one of these is my chest. So, I didn't want to tempt her too much. Okay,
You don't want to drive me too crazy.
I've got my answer. Do you
Uh,
have yours?
I have my answer.
I'm going to vote no.
It's a no.
For me,
It's not. He's not muscly enough.
it I like from the pecs up, pecs
Yeah.
down. Maybe if it was glistening, maybe I don't know. It
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me
Yeah.
wrong.
It's not doing it for me. I mean, there's like I like the little sprinkling of chest hair, definitely.
Well,
But
I like I said, I included a couple just for some chest hair reasons.
yeah, and I like his shoulders. I really like his shoulders.
I do like, and he doesn't have uh the super muscular, but
Hmm.
you
But
you
the waist doesn't look like it fits. Like, does that make sense?
we always chop those off anyways.
Gonna Frankenstein him.
I
This guy's abs. This guy's pecs.
I like it wouldn't be the first time. I like that Miranda
Yeah.
has a chest hair to muscle ratio equation.
Yeah, and I think it's a no from everybody in the audience.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, man,
So
yeah.
that means you drink.
Oh, me.
Means I'll.
All right.
All
I
right.
gotta wipe the lipstick out. I'm actually wearing lipstick. Sorry. I got a little shiver. I gave it away.
I wrote it down before the slide change. So
Like Capri and Miranda, yes. Yes, yes.
it
I agree.
it that was a giant yes on my page. Trish, you are drinking.
Okay. I don't
Uh,
mind. I mean, because damn.
and just because I'm a giant comic book geek, do you see the Captain America?
I see Wolverine.
No, no, no. Look at his tattoo
What?
by his armpit.
Oh. Oh my God. It's well, he's got the Bucky
Yeah.
shoulder.
He's
Oh my God, that is so cool. Irene wants to see all the veins. I don't mind it so much with this guy though, Irene, because it's
um
not. I think it's just the right vein to muscle ratio.
see, you all got math going on here. Um I so the reasons I particularly like him is I like dramatic shadows, and you're gonna see there's a
Mhm.
trend here. I like when one side of the body is more heavily lit than the other. So let's stop objectifying for just a second. Go artistic. Um,
Okay.
so I like that, and then the undershadow of his pecs makes the top half of his uh, chest like. I mean, this lighting is doing everything right for him.
Oh yeah.
Um, and then I don't know if you can really see it on your screen, but as like he's hairy, he shaved for this. I can tell. I know my shaved men, but as you get down to the treasure trail, um, you can tell where all signs are pointing. Just saying.
Well, and he's got the start of that really delicious V
Hmm.
that I love.
But
Um,
his hips don't narrow. Like he's not a swimmer's build. He's got a thickness
yeah,
to him.
yeah,
Um,
and I really, and you can tell he's got thick thighs, which I absolutely love. I love. I'm a leg girl, and I agree, Capri. I wouldn't mind seeing some chest hair on him either. Like,
we
but I really love the beard. I love the inclusion of the beard on this one.
and and I will say his face, like to include even his face, it literally says "ravish you." Just like everything about this is intensity. So it does look like uh, I'm seeing some acknowledgement for some chest hair, and apparently your thigh leg ratio is a thing that needs to be thoroughly discussed. I'm not sure how you
Yeah.
could possibly work that into smut, but I think you'll figure it out.
Oh, I can definitely figure it out.
So I think that's a you drink.
I already okay. I thought I already did, but I'll do it again. No, fine.
We don't have a problem.
I don't have a problem with that.
All
This
right,
is
so let's let's just
yes.
have a little moment and disavow the fact of the last guy we just saw. Let's wipe our memories of that because it's hard to
This is
compete
very
with a
off
12.
put.
I mean, 12 at least.
Yes, he,
Um
he was definitely.
so I included him one because of some chest hair. This isn't the only photo of
Mhm.
him. He's got more angles for his upper body. But you'll notice that while his chest is wider, he also does not taper down to a true triangle. And that's what I was trying
Mhm.
to avoid because that goes very swimmer's build. So that's why
Yes.
this one gets included. Um, Capri's all about the tattoos. I'm with you on that.
Yes. Well, it's yeah, it's a total thing.
All right.
Okay.
I'm taking a risk on this one. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm going to say yes for this one.
It's a yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I like so he's a little bit leaner than the other guy, but I have um there's two of the brothers that are lean. They're not like bulky. Like the previous guy, I could definitely see that as book two, which is Angus. He's got total Angus vibes. This guy, it's kind of what I picture Lowell or even Liam's more slim
Because
physique,
one of
not
the
a gym
things we had
rat.
talked about was more of a swimmer side of the physique. And I wanted to make sure that
Yeah.
um, your body type doesn't range too extreme in either direction. So I did want to make sure that when we say swimmer, that it's not Michael Phelps swimmer because at that point
Yes.
it loses the muscle and it becomes kind of wiry.
Yes. I don't want wiry. Absolutely not.
So Capri's got this. He can pass for the hottie's brother.
Yeah. Like
And
absolutely.
Irene, I'm with you right. You're not going to hear me say no on very many of these at all. Um,
So is that a me drink?
that's a you drink. I already took a drink because I'm a lush.
Is that like vodka with a soda chaser?
Yeah, that is exactly what it is. I am so 21 again. I went
At
to,
least you're not drinking a Zima.
hey, if I had a White Claw right now, I'd be owning
Those
it.
are good.
They are so
Those
good.
are actually good. Like I was surprised. He's staying hydrated. Yes, he is.
I do also have water for that moment. All right, so
Oh,
Trish is
I know
instantly
this.
going to recognize this one. The,
Yeah.
we he is currently in a 4 foot tall portrait above my fireplace. I'm really not kidding. He is above my fireplace, just not as much clothing. Um, oh, Surge ones. Capri, I'm gonna now be doing some research. Um, so this model has been seen before, and we have actually used it in previous books with for Trish.
Mhm.
So there would have to be some photoshopping, specifically from the neck up, which not a hard thing to do. But we're not really concerned about that. We are completely concerned about the torso. Um, Miranda knows him. I talk about him a little bit too much. I need to email him. Oh wait, I did email him. Never mind.
He's also on like every book cover right now.
And
If you like wolf or bear shifters, he's probably on the latest books for those genres specifically.
he is also the model on Trish's book one in the Celestial
Book
series.
three.
Oh, is it book three?
Book three.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, book three.
Um, and the reason we can get away with it is he does have extremely diverse photos. What he looks like then, he's a lot more of a daddy bear, whereas here, he's still in the muscle cub stage. Um, so, do you know what you would pick? Miranda, that's the picture above my fireplace. Just saying.
Yeah. Yeah, the tall one. The tall one's like, wow.
Woof.
Um, definitely.
I
I think I do know what I would say.
okay. What are you gonna say?
I'm in kind of the middle, shockingly enough, but I am leaning towards yes.
Okay.
The only reason I'm in the middle is because he is so popular, but we're not seeing his face. So
He would have to be altered enough. That is a given.
yeah.
So I had yes as well, and I even put a little question mark next to it. He would probably be, and I know this is going to sound so weird. He's going to be our backup guy.
Yeah, like honestly, and he's not in this one, he's not bulky. Like, excuse me, I have something in my eye. In his later stuff, like his newer stuff, he's bulked and he's tatted everywhere. It's glorious.
It is so
Um,
glorious.
it is this man is some kind of demigod, I swear. Um, this would be like one of the either book one or book four as a backup.
Okay.
But his later stuff could very well be book two or three, like either one of those.
And it's weird
So
because you physically you could get away with using him on two books, and he looks so different that you would never know. So I had
exactly.
yes with reservations. So I'm gonna say we both drink.
Okay.
I think that's somewhere in the rules. I don't know.
All right.
All right, next up. I feel this is a weird crop of him now that I'm looking at it.
Irene's got her wine.
Ooh, I don't. I had strong feelings
Yeah,
about
I
this one
got
for me at the beginning, and now I feel like I might be backpedaling and changing my mind.
yeah, I have my answer. I It's a no from me.
I think it would be a no for me as well.
He's honestly, I think you'd have to slap some like Spartan armor on him or something to make this work. He's not working for me.
I also think I I will say Miranda pulled this up. I feel that this photo is a little bit stretched, and I might be wrong on that.
Yeah,
It,
it
but
looks weird.
if I did go into Photoshop this, I would have to where the you can see his V, but I would pull in his hips a little bit
Yeah.
because he's got the nice broad upper body. Just I wonder if this is a camera angle. Like, okay, I'm gonna drink for picking a bad photo.
Not that bad.
I know this is what we call bad.
Well,
Um,
but you're right. It feels like they've stretched him
but
horizontally
only the
for some reason.
bottom area.
Yeah, I don't understand what's going on here with this.
Yep, that's a no. And he is standing straight into the camera. Capri, I hate when they stand straight into the camera,
Yeah.
especially on faces because it makes the nose vanish.
Irene.
I mean, she's not wrong.
No, I mean there's a nice little valley between his pecs that it might need, some sunblock. You don't know.
That's where the drink gets poured before you do body
Yes,
shots.
exactly. It holds the shot glass right there.
All right.
Or the lime. We don't know.
Don't say anything on this one.
I won't. I want to be Stefan.
All right. I want the audience to do this one for me.
Okay.
Is this going to be a yes or no from the audience?
What do you guys think?
I,
Did they might be like screenshotting it. I wouldn't blame them.
it's the forearms.
They have a nice sprinkling of hair. Miranda says yes.
Capri, Irene, do we have a verdict?
Did y'all faint? Yes. Gray sweatpants. Yes. I'll pet him. Those forearms are very lickable, even with the hair. They just are.
All right, so here's the funny story. This is the same guy. Remember the one before where I said we had already used him on Trish's books? This is the same one. This is just him 2 years later. Not that I've watched his career or anything, because that would be mildly creepy.
Not that you stalked him.
And found out that he lives in Russia and is a fitness photographer. No, not at all.
Nope. Now, see, I like this one better.
So, no, Irene, this isn't the one with the tattoo. This is the. I'm going to go back. We're taking a trip down memory lane
because he's.
right here.
I think he's more filled out here, and I think it's hotter. Honestly.
So this is the same guy, just a couple years later. I think maturity and some age did him quite well.
I agree, Miranda. The especially now with his tattoos and like the bulk he's gotten. I'm not usually a bulk kind of person, but oh my God, on him, it's amazing.
I don't want to be able to bench press them.
This is a yes from me as well.
Okay. I actually, surprisingly enough, said no.
Really?
And my only reason was because he is recognizable, and I think his older older is more recognizable than him younger. So
really,
I thought you would veer off from that one.
Capri wants the name. I actually don't know his name.
It's Kirill.
I call him our shared husband is what I call him with Remy.
Um, he did. He has a Patreon in which he posts his much more scandalous photos, and if you happen to go check it, just because you're curious, some of them are available to download from his website. Just saying.
You might want to drop the link for his stuff in here. And also like um
Miranda,
I think he was
yes,
taking I think he was taking donations at the beginning of, not to get serious here, but at the beginning of the Ukraine Russian war, he
yep.
was taking like some donations and things like that. So he still might be, I don't know.
But
But
he is an actual sports model, and he has gotten more into photography. And during COVID, he started taking very artistic nudes. And I mean, they're not salacious at all, but oh my god, it is
they're
a
actually very beautiful. They're
um.
very beautiful.
But I don't need to guess about boxers or briefs because I know. All right.
Well, I see the reason, okay, but again, the reason I like him here better than the previous one is he's got more bulk. That's the only reason.
Well, and
But
then,
yes, I know he's recognizable as well.
but again, we can always add tattoos. We can always slightly change the
We're
skin
gonna
tone.
we're also gonna add like the beginnings of fur anyway, like he's mid change on the cover, I think we had talked about. So um that'll make it a little bit different.
All right. I don't even I don't even remember what's after that one.
Call him Charity. Oh, I have my answer.
Oh, oh, I. Mm. It is hard when I'm picking these because I try and pick them based off of like purely lighting, skin tone type stuff, and try not to like think, oh, what would Trish think about this one? I'm taking a chance. I'm not entirely sure on this one. I'm gonna say yes.
Yes. Emphatically yes. I really like this one.
What I don't know though is would he work? I mean, I know the tattoos are kind of a thing, but would it work for the slimmer build or the thicker build for you?
Now, see, that's what I'm not sure about. I almost feel like we could go either way here.
Well, and it might be we need to see our four final picks
Yeah.
in relation to one another so that we can gauge out body types.
Yeah, exactly. I would lean probably a little bit more on the leaner side. If the other tattoo guy is our bulkier kind of option,
Mm-hmm.
I think he would look slimmer next to him. But yeah, this is a yes. I really like this guy.
Capri, I am all for this. Channing Tatum, I adore you. Nope. I I want to go on an adventure and see where this treasure trail leads. Oh, that's a drink for you.
Oh, is it?
I'm drinking.
I'll drink. We're like we don't even know. We're probably not even halfway through anymore.
All right.
Alrighty.
I can't say she's wrong.
No, I
Irene,
can't either.
Irene, you might.
She
I
found us out.
I genuinely tried to pick a couple that I thought would be intentional no's, and I've been wrong on every one of them. So
There's been a couple of no's though. There actually has been a couple of no's. But you have to
two,
find enough for us to actually pick a cover model.
2 out of 8. So
Oh,
yeah.
well, okay.
All right.
Chest.
Oh my God, can that be? You need that on a t-shirt.
Say yes to the chest.
Yes to the
Yes.
chest.
Or a mug.
All right, do you have your answer?
I do.
I'm going to go with no, but the reason I put him in there is when I was thinking swimmer's build.
Mm. No, I
He,
could see that, but it's a no from me as well. But yeah, I could see that. I could see the leaner muscle build you were talking about.
but I'm starting to feel that even though we're going slimmer for the bookends,
Hmm.
there's an image. Um, we have the middle two are so incredibly thick that we can get away with a lot more. So this is a you
Yeah.
drink.
Alrighty.
I'm starting to notice that y'all have very similar tastes going on in here.
It's almost like they read my books.
It I will also say the reason that he is in this pose is it is the only one in which he did not have a rope, which I mean, come on.
Okay.
And if you look closely, you can see the edges of a cowboy hat. And he did not look like a cowboy to me.
But I agree though, like straight onto the camera. What is up with that?
It
Can we get a little bit of a
There needs to
something?
be a neck turn or slight shoulder shift or something.
Yeah.
All right.
We're at number 12, I think.
Are we in 12? We might be. Irene, you will notice this is my personal ethos is long hair is acceptable. It has a very specific dynamic. You will never see me include things like mullets or man buns. It as a human designer, it's just one of those things. One, it's actually hard to Photoshop out that type of hair, but also it I can't look past it to see the elements that I need to see. Capri, you're not entirely wrong. This was also from the cowboy section.
I have my answer. I'm going to go with no.
Okay. I would have
And
said no at this point as well.
it's because I like from his pecs up, but like the waist is weirding me out and I can't figure out why. I even like the fact that his arms aren't super defined, but I don't know, like he doesn't do it for me.
That's a I don't know why I just drink. That's a you drink.
Oh,
I should have enough to make it through the rest of this.
yeah, I'm running low. I might need to call the husband for a refill.
All right, so I'm starting to see what gets all the ladies spicy here. This is market research for me. This is how I learn about.
This is how you know how to make a kick-ass cover.
All right.
Agreed, Capri. Yeah. Cowboys should be ripped.
You don't know. He might just be the stable boy. Like they don't do anything. I know nothing about farming. Sorry to all the stable boys out there. They're probably all jacked and ready to come for me.
I will protect you. I'll stand in the way between you and
All those
the
stable
ranch hand.
boys.
Yes, yes, I will.
Oh, it sounds like such a chore.
It does. I will make the sacrifice. Um, I think for me, actually, I like this one. This would probably be a yes.
So I said yes as well. And this, I wasn't sure.
Miranda. Yeah. They needed to wait a few more minutes. Like what else do you have here? That jacket maybe needs to go. It looks uncomfortable.
Miranda, look at the chin very closely. She'll get it.
Yeah, I know this model. I know who this is because I see him everywhere. I like him too. And
Um,
yeah, he's very pretty. He's
so
very
the
pretty.
the big thing was chest hair. I know it's buzzed, but chest hair. And the thing that
Hmm.
I wasn't actually sure about, because let's be honest, it's a contemporary romance crowd, is kind of the formula that goes into the monster category. So we
Hmm.
look at that type of body type going into it. And my thought is for every inch of skin covered is a reader saying this other guy's hotter.
I see. Okay.
But there is something to be said about the allure of the tease.
Hmm.
So this is a you drink.
Oh, I'm definitely gonna need a refill. You know me well.
After what, 5 years? I should.
Yeah, I think it has been 5 years.
Um, all right. I like how some of them just get an I like him. Capri, I'm watching.
Hmm. Irene,
I had to go back and check that.
that's an interesting tie. And are you? I hope you're like it's healing. Okay, that sounds like a terrible. Like I've had people, our friends, that have had AC tears, and they sound dreadful.
Yeah, all of, no. I cry when I have the sniffles. All right. So I just put this one in here
What we got?
because I stumbled upon it. So
Mm-mm-mm.
there's really no reason to pick on this one because if you look closely, who was it that mentioned that this photo was taken too soon? Well, this photo was taken too late. And this is where Facebook shuts down this feed.
Yeah, probably. I honestly I like this one. And we would be able to get away with it on a book cover because we would just fade out
Yeah.
below his navel. The only thing I don't like is the shine,
So
honestly.
that is actually so I found this photo first, and the first thing that I had a problem with was the amount of shine. And you
Yeah,
cannot
it's a
color
lot.
correct shine to the degree that I would like it. So, but what do you know? I found enough chest covering to Photoshop one onto the other. Just saying. I Frankenstein all of her book covers.
He does, and it's actually very impressive.
It's a little bit frightening when you start to think about it.
Someone was very hands-on with the oil. Like that production assistant like really had a good time getting
And
him ready.
and by person they mean Miranda. Just saying. Check her
All
hands.
right.
They're
Yeah,
oily.
it would be a yes for me if not for the shine. So I think it's going to be a no.
Okay, so I'm gonna. Okay, Capri. I in the industry they call them fluffers, and not and fluffers get a bad rep because they get actually referred to as being just sexualized, and they're not. I used to work as a photographer for adult photography, and the fluffer is the person there that helps oil them down. And weirdly, it's a PG job for the most part. Not to shatter the imagination, but things I've done in a past life. All right,
You
next
have had
up.
an incredibly varied career.
I already have my
All right,
answer on
what do
this
we
one.
got? I want to see. I want to see. I think yes.
I had yes for this
And
one.
I'm pretty sure is he one of the cowboy ones?
Nope.
Okay. But I like the way he's turned. He's not full on, and I agree, Miranda. Like I'm thinking of him for the lean build. Like I really like this one.
And what I like is even though his shoulders are mostly square to the camera, which shows the width of his chest, they're still at a slight angle, and his neck is also
Hmm.
turned, so he's pivoting. So we get the
Yeah.
slimness of the waist with the width of the chest. I feel he has done this before.
Yeah. This is a good one. I really like this one. I could see this one for book one, honestly.
Okay. I don't even know what number we're on anymore. 16. It's starting to get really warm in this house. I don't know what's going on.
I think that's a me drink.
That's a you drink, though.
Oh my God. I think this might be the last one, though.
You better
Yeah,
hope I
pretty
get them
much
all
dry.
wrong from here.
He didn't give me a big pour. I think he's like, I know you're talking to Jeremy and I don't want you to get drunk.
He also knows us way too well.
Yes, he does.
All right, next up. See,
Good grief.
for this guy, I would have said yes before, but based on the conversations we have, I'm going no.
Yeah, it's a no for me. And part of it is the shine, but and this is gonna be weird, but part of it is his bones, like on his waist. That is wigging me out.
I don't even. I I literally spent 2 years drawing anatomy for art school, and I don't
Like a
understand
younger
it.
brother. Yeah, he does make me feel a little pervy, Irene. I'm not gonna lie.
He would have to have some sort of either a complete head swap or stubbled up. Um,
Yeah, something, but he, he reads way too young. Yeah, the funky love handles. Yeah, yeah. I don't know what those are, but they're weirding me out. Like
and I will say, when you see the rest of the face, like he's probably in his 30s.
he does, Capri. He does feel a lot like probably the build of Liam, like right around there. But
I see the
I don't
spinoff, the
know.
Lanky Younger Brother series. I mean, someone's got to write it.
Yes, they do.
All right,
Yeah, it's a no.
I I think that would be a you drink, but we're officially into the part of the show where it's just everyone
I think I
drinks.
have like one tiny sip. All right, that's it.
Capri, I.
You're a hoot. Is this the island of misfit cover models? Is that what?
So okay, I'm gonna
All right,
wait.
wait.
I'm gonna wait to tell the little story about this one until we decide. And
Okay, so
yes,
I kind of like this one. Yeah, exactly, Irene. Minus the cowboy getup, I do like this one.
so
Miranda. Oh my god.
we would have to change the shirt out for a non. I can't. What is the type of
Something.
fabric called?
Checked like flannel. I'm wearing a flannel right now.
There's a
Um,
word for the checkered pattern. I can't think of it.
it's flannel, I think, isn't it? Or maybe not.
It's typically that red. diner.
Yeah, it's checked. I think it is, or flannel. Yeah, I think it is. It's flannel. We're all saying flannel. But I mean, I think you could probably Frankenstein his hand and make it be more like he's like clutching his throat or something. I like I like his upper body. I like he's bulky, but he's nicely muscled. I love his forearms. Um, I think this one would be a yes, but we would definitely have to figure out a way to get rid of the cowboy stuff.
Yeah, I think the best thing would, whatever story it goes with, what we would do is find a shirt that complemented the motif.
You know what? Book three, Samuel, he runs the family business. He runs the import export business. So you could have a suit jacket instead of the flannel.
Yeah, and that it would have to be something along that lines because again, this is going to drive me nuts. There is a very specific term for this fabric. I've been watching Project Runway nonstop for three
They said
weeks.
plaid. Is it plaid?
Gingham. Oh no,
Gingham.
you know what? It's not actually that. That is actual squares. Never mind. This is flannel. I did all of that for nothing.
Irene says she'd go for a ride.
Save a horse, ride a
I think
cowboy.
that's
Um,
I think this would be a maybe. Like if we could figure out a way to alter it enough, it's very usable.
so weirdly enough, I put. Oh, hold on. We're going back. We're not done with this one yet. I need to. I'm taking notes because we're officially into the part of the evening where I won't remember. I'm gonna have to drink because I would have said absolutely not for this one.
Really?
Oh, I'm empty.
Oh my God. We drained each other dry.
We we've got about 15 minutes before this gets really interesting. Um, I don't know what it is about the physique on this one, but it for me, and I think it's all because of his right pec not having that circular underside definition that it didn't it didn't scream strong enough chest for me, and I think that was ultimately the reason.
Mm.
But
No, I like it.
the overall composition, I mean, don't get me wrong, like you see very clearly defined abs, and he has the correct number of abs. I'm
Mhm.
sorry, but when they get to six packs, call me out. You can, I will admire you from across the room. All right. So just to preface on this one, this model does have other angles. I specifically picked this one. This was the first model I found specifically because um, I was originally thinking of having them all look straight at the camera. I found this one, and then I quickly decided that it's impossible to find four perfectly straight on models that don't look
Mhm.
awkward. So this one does have other angles.
Yeah, I like his body, but I don't, this, even without looking at his face, it feels stiff and not in the way we would want. So,
For me, and the photo does go a lot lower. Like his whole body is in this photo, but for me, the the angle of his V is more of a straight line, and weirdly enough, and I'm not saying on like average guys, but we're not talking average guys here. I
mhm,
like the V to point because even if you don't see below the waist, it's pointing to the thing that
yeah, yeah.
we're.
He's more square. Like he's like, yeah, his hips are squared. Yeah, exactly, Capri. He looks, I mean, well, he does have dog tags on, so I'm assuming it's supposed to be military posture, but yeah, just doesn't do it for me at all.
I will also say whether even a slimmer guy or a bigger guy, like thicker, I ultimately when I'm looking for the model, like I look for a lot of things like the lighting, the skin tone, the tone, the attitude and the
Mhm.
posture. But ultimately, I have to stop and think, is this where I would want to put my head at night? Because as much as we sit here and go, we'd lick them up and down, there's also the Hallmark side that once everyone's all sweaty and whatnot, do you still want to
Is
cuddle up
he
with them
cuddly?
afterwards? Yeah.
Yeah, is he cuddly?
We
That's a great question.
we want to imagine the cuddly person can be a beast. Just it and it weirdly
You
enough,
know what?
it is hard finding that.
I would be willing to see other poses,
Okay.
mainly because I like his upper body. I like his arms, his chest, his shoulders, even like some of his stomach because it's not like so defined that you're like, holy God in heaven, that's gonna be rock hard in not a comfy way. Um, so maybe other poses, but definitely not this one.
Okay.
Like,
And again, I originally picked him because he's got the dusting of hair, and I I
yeah, and I do like that
I wanted fuzzy diversity.
too. Irene might be the only one who's like, I want to cuddle him.
And Irene, and he is all in his military BDUs in some of those photos. Whew, that that needed a moment.
You have a tough job.
I know. Like, people pay me to look at this stuff.
Yeah,
So, all right.
yes, we do.
I'm going to skip right over this one because I don't even want to talk.
Oh, okay.
This is so much a no. Um, Other than the fact that now that I'm looking at it and I'm never going to be able to unsee this. Remember He Man Master of the Universe, the live action?
Yeah. Honestly, what I was thinking of was like someone trying to impersonate Brad Pitt from Troy.
Oh, I could see that.
That's what I saw.
I
But
am
yeah, this is
imagining
not.
he's about to go battle Skeletor.
Yeah, he needs a little bit longer hair, but oh my God, that something is off. Something's not quite right here. He
He,
does have a bit of a Dolph Lundgren
it,
s thing about him.
and
Like,
you know what it is? Again, I think it's that back muscle by the pecs, but also
yeah,
like I'm gonna skip right over this one. Originally, I put him in there because I'm always looking for body diversity, just because who knows what people are gonna like. But I've kind of got an idea what we're all after here.
yeah, it's the chain too.
Yeah, we would be photoshopping that out really fast.
Yeah,
I,
alien male models. He could probably be a really good alien, actually.
so, Tally, I'm going to agree with you 100% on this because just from a Photoshop standpoint, what I could imagine is he's going to be an alien prince. I'm going to give him like a regal robe, not a robe, but like the cape that clasps in the front. So it would work right along with that chain. We give him a little bit of. I've already made an alien romance cover out of
Yeah,
this dude.
yeah.
Um,
Now I could see that, but not. He's not a werewolf. He's
and
not what we're talking about.
and the pants need to be more leathery because
Yes,
aliens all wear
yes,
leather. I don't know
as
why,
they should.
but they should. All right. That is actually it. So what I'm gonna just quickly
Oh,
do,
okay.
I know we run to the end of guys. Who thought that was gonna happen? And and we're at the hour. We
Oh
never
my God.
we never move this quickly. So that winds up being 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. At least 11 yeses. There's a little
Ooh.
period in the middle here that I just started doodling because
That vodka will get you every time.
my cheeks are so hot right now. I don't know if you saw, but it was up to there when we started.
Dude, you finished that. Oh my God. And it's straight vodka. Oh, dear
It's
Lord.
half a fifth.
At least you're at home.
I'm and I'm gonna go watch Andor after this. Speaking of scruffy, sexy men,
Have fun with that. I mean, oh my God. Like half the time in that show, he looks like he hasn't showered in a week, and I still don't care.
there again, it goes back to The Witcher. Some people grunge up hot.
They do. They really do. And there is no amount of mud that, I mean, the more mud, the merrier when we're talking Henry Cavill, honestly. Like,
Every
yes,
time
please roll around in a puddle. Skinny cowboy.
the every time Henry Cavill in The Witcher rolls around in the mud, the first thing you're thinking is, yes, another bathtub scene
Please. But first, roll around in the mud. That's all I ask.
in slow motion.
Uh, yeah, I'm mourning. I'm mourning the loss of Henry Cavill in The
I,
Witcher.
you know
Like, I'm not
what?
even gonna watch season 3.
I didn't watch it for 6 months after the release of season 2 because it's just not really my cup of tea. And I did fall in love with it, mostly because the I watched the anime first, and that got me into it. But
Oh, interesting. Okay.
I can't unsee him as Witcher anymore.
Yeah. I mean, he is that part. And I really feel sorry for the Hemsworth that's stepping into that because you couldn't pay me enough. You really couldn't.
Oh, because it's Liam, right?
It's Liam.
I like Liam. You're a wonderful person, and I like a lot of the things that you're in. But man, those are some
Yeah.
epic pantaloons to fill.
Yeah, and I'm just like, dude, I would have passed. I'm just saying I would have passed. He does look too young, Tally.
I and
Like,
I will agree with you 100%. Like they're gonna have to. I I don't know any of the actual the story behind any of it, so I'm only coming into it from the show. But he, for me, because that's the only way I know him. Like it's now ingrained in my head. Like
yeah.
the wise, slightly bitter with a slight tinge of humor.
And like really pushing 50. Like
Really?
older guy. Well, like to me, him as the Witcher, he's in his 40s, is what I see.
Yeah. Okay, I
Maybe
could see
most
that.
people see him in his 30s, but like definitely in his mid to late 40s. Liam looks like he's in his early 30s. So
So this is gonna be
weird.
sacrilege that I'm saying this, and I'm sure someone's gonna come slap me. The only time, and again, The Witcher is not my type of guy. Like Henry Cavill is not my type in any way, shape, or form. You know where Henry Cavill was my type of guy?
Where
Mission Impossible.
the mustache?
Yeah, straight up. There are so few people who can wear a mustache, and when they do, oh, Cavill, we need a
Yeah,
moment.
there are very few, and most of them to me look like they should be on a government watch list. Like they're just like
Well, if necessary, I will watch him.
Capri.
As I air all my dirty secrets right there. I am a
This is
secret
this is
mustache
the
lover.
vodka. This is the vodka talking.
We will never discuss this again.
Oh my god. No, there are so few people like Sam Elliott. Honestly, I think you even like shocked Miranda, and she's the most even kill person ever. Like her and Karen, nothing bothers them. It seems like I don't know if she's gonna talk to you after this.
So, of all the horrible things I say throughout the day, it comes down to the confession of mustaches. That's the line we've drawn in the sand.
Oh my god. Oh, my belly hurts. It's great.
Here. You can all forgive me now. Thank you very much.
Like literally the only person I've ever seen pull up a mustache was Sam Elliott. Like the only one. And you stop on that. Like you're trying to bribe yourself into our good graces again.
I, I'm going to distract you all while I run away. Oh my god, my
Oh my
face hurts.
god.
This is why these events only last an hour, because eventually it just
Oh my god.
descends into
You know, one
madness.
time Dan grew a goatee and he shaved everything but the mustache because he wanted to go as Commissioner Gordon for Halloween. We did like a family themed Halloween. So like Rosalind was Batgirl and Kara was Batman. And she was like a little baby Batman. And at the time he had a trench coat. So he wore a trench coat and a mustache. I was like, honey, I love you. But you really don't look like you should be around kids. Like whatever. Like I was just like, this was not a good idea.
So for 1 year for No Shave November, I grew my beard out for like the whole month, but all I did was keep the mustache into the chops, and then everything else was clean shaven. It it looked like I fell out of a biker bar of ill repute.
Irene, are you asking me? I don't know. I've never heard of this. What is this? SASS.
SAS, it's an author event in Norfolk, which
Oh,
just by chance happens to not be too horribly far away from me. Just saying.
when is it? I have to look this up because I have been thinking about doing author events. Um,
Because if I remember correctly, and quote me if I'm, don't quote me. I don't know. I'm too drunk to care. Um, it it's specifically a romance event, if I remember correctly.
with a name like Sass, it should be.
I would hope so.
I'm gonna have to look that up. I haven't really booked anything for next year. I just got done with a really intense author conference at the beginning of the month, and I'm still kind of recovering. July 28th. Oh, okay. Actually, that I might be able to make that work. I wish they did more in Seattle too, Capri, because we're kind of awesome over here. We should
So
have more.
I just happened to look at a map of Seattle because I was trying to figure out where you lived, and I apparently Maine's geography classes need to be revamped because I did not have a clue whatsoever.
Oh,
It it literally I did not know where state lines were drawn anywhere. So um but a friend of ours, Bella Falls, is going to be in Seattle soon.
we're getting a request to go back one photo. Bella. Oh yeah, Bella is gonna be. I think she meant. What was it gonna be for? What was she coming here
I
for?
think she's meeting up with some old author buddies that live in the area. Um,
Oh, that's right, Capri. We live like 20 minutes away from each other because she's one of my ARC readers, and I mailed her a print copy as a reward. And I was like, oh my gosh, she lives like in the next town over. This is weird.
you should see, like, Seattle must have some cool bookstores. They must have like some sort of indie thing that you could like
So
host.
they have the Elliott Bay Book Company is one of my all-time favorite bookstores, and they are just now branching out in their romance department. Excuse me. It used to be their romance department was kind of smushed in with general fiction, which I hated. And the last time I was there, uh, they had it separated out, and it was like this kind of sad shelf in the middle of the store, like between the help desk and the fiction section. But it was kind of cool. Like they had some indie authors and they usually spotlight local authors. So after seeing the display, and I went up to one of the people that work there and I was like, I love that you're doing this. And she's like, oh, me too. We're working on expanding it. So I like, and she encouraged me to leave a little like letter for the manager saying that I liked it. So I'm hoping that if they're expanding their romance section, they'll be more open to like having a romance author there. Um,
You should see if you can get some more
but
Seattle, like two or three other Seattle people, and just have like I think the best event in the universe is a sip and sign where you have a little bit of
yeah. Ooh,
wine, you talk a little bit about smut, you sign some books, you talk more about smut
there
because I mean,
has to
really,
be there has to be some other indie romance authors up here that'd be willing to do it. And I know Katie Roberts lives like not near me. She lives in the same state as me, but she's like a whole nother level. Like she's got events planned out for a year in advance. So I that would be a dream, but I'm not there yet.
Capri, you're gonna have to suffer through the nose as well.
And I love hearing that, Capri, because I have heard such wonderful things about her, like in terms of how she helps out newer authors, and she seems like such a delightful person. Everything I've seen and heard about her. And I think you're right. Yeah, she lives somewhere in the middle of the state. I think I'm not really sure. But yeah, I would love to get together with some other romance authors and do a like a sip and sign or something like that. Like that would be a lot of fun.
Well, let me wrap up this series and then I'll drag my butt out to
I
Seattle.
love this one. I really love this one.
And he even comes with his own scars, just saying.
Oh my
I
god.
don't know why, but that's instantly an extra. That's next
It
level.
it's like even hotter. That and the chest hair, like that happy trail is
That's
that is
not
a
a happy trail. That
well,
is an actual arrow pointing down. I feel like it was sculpted.
yeah,
Like
it does look sculpted, but I don't even care. Tattoos and chest hair. Yes, Tally. Mm. He's a definite yes. We
fine,
have to use him.
fine. I know what we're all thinking.
You know what everybody wants.
We'll just go back to it. Who am I to resist?
There we go.
I hadn't even
That
made the
is
connection that that's the Bucky arm. I only saw the shield for Captain America.
well, yeah, the shield is right there, but yeah, his shoulder is definitely what Bucky's bionic arm looked like. He is Angus. That is that is definitely book two. Oh my god.
Okay, I'm just writing this down now. We've already decided. We're not even going to debate it.
I just want to thank everybody for coming. This was so much fun.
Yes, thank.
It really was.
And people wonder,
Yes, they
like,
are, Sally.
everyone asks me, why are you doing romance covers now? And I just want to say, one, romance authors they just tend to be fun. They're not stiff. They're willing to have like super weird conversations about anything. I mean, really. But also, the readers for romance are just, they're awesome. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I, under a
Agree.
different name, write romance novels, and they are just wonderful people that I mean, whether you're talking about sexy dudes or you're just talking about bookshops in Seattle, it's just a
Mm-hmm.
great time.
I feel like romance readers, more than most other, like I wrote in urban fantasy before this, but by comparison, romance readers feel like they just genuinely love books. Like they're complete bibliophiles. That they love old bookstores. They just love the written word. And I can so appreciate that. I love that about romance readers.
Capri,
Capri, I agree with you
and
so much.
Capri, I will let you know, I have actually started a cultivating specifically for plus size women. It is hard to find, so I have a collection of persons of color, both male and female, where they don't look like hodgepodge stock photography. Plus size women, and even so, I write bearish men, which this dude would definitely qualify. But even plus size men, it is hard to find quality stock. So that has been something that's been kind of at the forefront of Cover Villain, is finding the marginalized uh, model types. So that is, I mean, not to turn this all into a serious note, but that is a big deal, and it's hard to find. A model I just looked for was a young woman of color, very, very dark black skin, and very intentionally dark skin. And it
Mhm.
was hard. I went through hundreds upon hundreds of photos and found one. So it has become kind of a thing. So, Tally, I
I
like your husband
also
already.
also, one of the reasons I think we decided to go with the style that we're going for the new series was because the first book has a plus size heroine, and I didn't want to put a thin woman on the cover again. I originally wanted a clinch cover, but I only wanted it if we could do plus size models, and we really couldn't find what we were looking for. And so I thought, okay, well, we just won't have clinch covers this time. We'll just do man chests with a little bit of fur. Um, Weird peen.
Things,
Ah, my people, my people.
once upon a time, mom would have been like, "You'll never make a job out of this." Hi, mom. By the way, she was told not to come to this event. Just saying. All right, I am going to wrap it up. Thank you, everyone, for coming. This has been wonderful. By all means, stay in the comments and keep chatting. We'll be hovering around. Um, but otherwise, thank you. We have, I think we not only have the models for the next 4 books, I think we might even have some potential models into your next series.
I think we might too. And I'm excited about
So I'm going to have to keep a lot of bookmarks just for you.
that. I'm your high maintenance client.
Eh, I mean, better you than others. All right.
Tally, my mother in law actually used to read my books until I got into smut. And then not because she's prudish, but just because it was non-human guys and she just couldn't get into it. But everything else she was fine with, which was very weird.
My mother used to do my audiobook proofing, and from here on out, we have said absolutely not. So we're close. We're
Thank you
not
all
that
for
close.
coming. Yeah,
All right.
exactly.
Have a good evening. Enjoy your smut of choice, and hopefully, we'll be doing this again at some point. All right.
Absolutely. Good night,
Take
everybody.
care.